and welcome back. So this time something a little bit different to what I normally put out. I recently just bought myself a Dspiae Circular Cutter, and I think this is because I'm busy building the Curtis Tomahawk at the moment. This is a perfect time to try it out. I'm going to attempt to do the roundels on the RAF roundels. So I'm here going to go through all the different steps to this. I start with my micrometer, measuring the size of all the roundels, the circles. Obviously, remember here that we're doing the diameter because we will have to divide this by 2 for the circle cutter because that works on radius. So I'll just speed up this bit because I don't think we need to be watching me very slowly, meticulously measure circles for half an hour, do we? So now I've got all the roundels measured, I need to get them cut out. So I'm going to be using, to me, a 4cm masking tape and obviously my Dspiae Circle Cutter. So very carefully, I set the radius on my circle cutter, place it in the centre of the masking tape, and then slowly turning it, lowering the blade. You always start with the blade not out. So lower it a bit, spin, lower a bit, spin, till you feel it on the paper. Then do full circles. Lower it a little bit more, keep going. Once you've done the first circle, raise the blade up without lifting the circle cutter. Reset the radius to your inner circle, and then repeat the process with the blade. And then once you've done that, you have, as you can see here, this is for the outer wing, one of the masks, the 25mm. So I've got an outer mask, and then I've got my 2 inner circles ready to go on and off as need be. And then we've got the rest of the masks to get ready. So here you can see me just doing one of the other roundels. This is the most complex of them all because this has 4 separate sections to it. So this one works, all the others are going to work. So here you can see me starting to apply the masks onto the model. I'm starting with the outer mask. This is the one that will remain in place throughout the entire painting process to protect the model. You can see me here, I'm got my ruler out, measuring to try and get it lined up. Right, it's a lot harder to line these up than it is a decal because, like, obviously there's mask in the way, some markings on the plane I'd normally use. But once I've got it in place, I'll then get the inner 2 circles in place as well. If you notice, there's spares cut, there's bits that I haven't used around, etc. I did 2 extra of each just to make sure I had enough, and I did end up using some of the spares throughout the process. So I was glad I did do extra. You'll notice after I've placed the 2 inner circles, I then remove the inner one. The inner one's the first one I'll paint, which will be the red that I'm going to use, which is 10 parts to me flat red and 1 part to me flat blue. So I'm just going to continue getting all these masks in place for all 6 roundels. You're not going to see it in this video, but I'm also doing the tail wing at the same time because it's the same colour palette. So all the masks are on in the base now. So I'm going to start with my first colour, which is the red. I've done this with 30 parts red to 3 parts blue. So what's that? 10 to 1 it's worked out. And I think I've got quite a good match to what it shows on the decal sheet. So I'm going to get this applied and then we'll have a look as we go along, colour by colour. Right, so I've given this quite a bit of drying time on the red. So now I need to take the first of these inner circles and very carefully go around placing these in position. When I get to the ones on the bottom, ones on the side, are these bottom ones? Yes, they are. So get very carefully in place. And then we need to pop out the next ring because we're going to be doing the white next. So I'll get all these in place, do the white, and then we'll have another look. So next up, I've already removed ready for the blue on these top ones because there's no rings on them. But on these, I now need to replace over the white to protect that. Make sure it's all down. I am going to go around this as well with a little bit of my Humbrol Mascol just to make sure I've got that we have no leaks under. And then we're releasing or removing for the blue ring. So I'll get the other 3 of these done, mix up my blue paint, get it down, and then we'll just have the last yellow ring to do. So I've applied the blue now. The only colour to go is the little yellow ring on these, but we should, and you've seen me applying the masks and taking them off now a few times, but we should be able to have a look at these wings and see how they're set. This blue, by the way, is 5 parts Tamiya flat blue and 1 part Tamiya flat black. Again, I've had to mix. I didn't want to go out and buy new paints just for these roundels in case it didn't work. But I'm quietly confident. Well, that's a good sign that it's round. Might have to just add a little bit of yellow on the brush there. It looks like we've had a bit of a paint bleed. Let's see how that red is looking. I'm really pleased with that. And I don't think I'm a million miles away from the colours of the decals. Really happy. So I'm going to get the last one colours done and we'll have a look at everything with all the masks removed. But really pleased with this. So for a first attempt, I'm pretty pleased how these have come out. Wings look really good. These need a bit of a touch-up. I'll do that with brush. Same on that side, but not bad. Maybe a tiny touch-up on the bottom. But on the whole, I'm really pleased with that. So that is basically all the steps I've done for cutting my own roundels. Give it a go. It's like, there's pros and cons. Cons takes a lot longer, obviously, than using decals. Got to be really careful. It's easy to make errors. But pros, I'm not having to use loads of bloody solvents to get almost melt decals into the fine markings on model. It's all still showing through the paint. So really, really happy with how this has come out. If we get close, we can see still all the rivet lines running through the decals, which is exactly what a normal painted model, well, painted plane would actually be like. So yeah, really pleased with this. And definitely give it a go. So I'm off to get back on with the main build. But thank you for watching this on how I've done the roundels and cutting them all. But for now, keep trekking and keep modelling. Thank you. Goodbye.